It's been a while, so much so that I couldn't hold back to explore one of my favorite families, and those are the iconic scientist duo and their lab rat, Cersei and Loki Beaker, and poor nervous subject. Reclusive and full of dubious intentions, the Beakers live right next to Strangetown's fallen UFO in a suspiciously evil looking castle. And here, right where we begin to play, a prompt card comes in telling us of how Cersei wishes for a promotion in her medical career. Let's take a look at her first, reading her bio. Cersei knows 238 different ways to make someone scream, and none of them are nice. She enjoys taxidermy and collecting coat hangers. Oh, we do love an evil lady like this. Naturally evil and prone to torturing poor Sims like nervous subject, Cersei is an ambitious woman, having their fortune aspiration in being extremely grouchy and serious. She's max active, medium between shy and outgoing, and to top it off, max neat. Her interests are quite balanced. While having a single point at work, which is a bit odd, she's quite interested in money and in the paranormal. In her memories, we see that she was Vidkin Curious's old fling, and after his unfortunate accident, she hooked up with her partner in crime and husband Loki. I made her have the lifetime one of Chief of Medical Staff, as she's quite the ambitious sim, and her turn-ons to be rich, cause she's about the money too, and blonde hair like Vidkin and Loki. Her turn-off is poor because she's that type of person, in my opinion. One curious thing is that she's programmed as bisexual in the game, like how Nervous has -10 attraction to women. And, oh, poor Nervous, without a name and messed up beyond salvation. Being Olive Specter's only child, he was taken away as a toddler by the social worker and ended up adopted by the Beakers, all happy to probe and ruin his little miserable life. Kept in a basement with no way out, he is quite an unique sim. Not only is he Olive's son with the Grim Reaper, but he's all messed up when it comes to his personality, having 0 points at basically everything but active, which he's maxed in. His bio reads, his hobbies include twitching and blinking a lot. Me too, Nervous, me too. While he's living in misery, there's hope he might run away someday, maybe to have his wish of reaching golden anniversary with his dear friend Pascal. I chose his turn-ons and offs to fit him, so, along with his wish to marry off and have a happy family, his interests are quite extreme, like his personality, having high interest in money, sci-fi, paranormal, travel, health, food, and politics, medium at school, and little to none at the remaining topics. And now Loki, Cersei's husband and the enemy of the Curious family. Loki Beaker is quite like his dear wife, being evil and moved by his ambition. His bio reads, as soon as he perfects his latest invention, Loki's sure to get the recognition he knows he deserves. In the meantime, he keeps himself busy by trying to assemble a nuclear reactor out of common household items. Quite a match for Cersei and quite the evil scientist. Loki's personality also mirrors his wife's, being extremely grouchy and serious, quite active and outgoing, and like all Strangetown scientists, max neat. His want to be a mad scientist under his knowledge aspiration is what he has in mind, unlike his sister Erin, whom we'll meet later on in the singles household. His interests are quite like Cersei's with some small exceptions, but his love for her shows in his want slots, dreaming of kissing and flirting with his dear Empress of Evil. His turn-ons are also reflecting Cersei. In his memories, we see that he has a decent childhood, but we still have much to explore when it comes to these two ambitious scientists and their adoptive subject. Right off the bat, Nervous goes straight to the fridge, which is part of the scripted events of this house, with the goal of showing us what an aspiration failure looks like. Loki notices Nervous's fear of vermin coming true before him, and goes to stomp on the roaches while Nervous finishes stuffing his face. And he sees the roaches and goes red, like full red. And he gets prepared to visit the Sim Shrink, or him, the Sim Shrink, going to visit him. going into aspiration failure and just going like this. Very sad with the roaches all around him. Our fashionable sim shrink, who I really liked as a child, comes here to make Nervous a sim again. And, well, functional. Loki wastes no time in calling in the exterminator, while Nervous pitifully cries and goes to play chess by the veranda. The exterminator lady comes in while these two sob because they saw a roach and... Wait, not the matchmaker. Wait, pause. And the roaches fall too, while the exterminator cruises the house because she's trapped here like Nervous, I guess. Well, you stop that and go to the toilet, my child. And you got a logic skill point, which is kinda nice, actually. And the lady she's still going. She's still trying to find a way out, I guess, in this maze of a house. Nervous and Loki spend their time in this TV-less house by reading the paper and eating. And Nervous rolls a 1 to flirt, which is really nice for me to pair him up with Pascal. A visitor comes in the form of Townie Abji Cho, one of Cersei's friends. And a friend of Cersei's is a friend of Loki's, is what this man says. Let's greet Mr. Cho and casually talk, not looking suspicious at all. Talk away, Loki. Your wife's friends are your friends. Oh, and here's the flour sack, baby. Poor Nervous is going crazy in this house, and he needs out, possibly by the arms of Pascal. That rhymed. Yeah, you clean that. You're basically their captive Mr. Subject. I'm going to get Loki social up, unlike Nervous's, and chat away with Abjeet while Mr. Nervous gains a point in creativity by writing on his journal. And get him bathed, the poor man. Well, the prompt card tells us Mr. Cho has chosen Loki to get a better raise, which will make his certain curious brothers certainly jealous. And here Nervous goes off telling us how Abjeet is not his type, while going for his stupid move, of course. Annoying Loki might have earned him an extra session on the lying machine, cause Nervous, baby, don't go annoying the people that hurt you. And 6 a.m. hits the grandpa's clock, and Cersei comes back from work with her well-earned promotion. And she goes straight to her husband, ACRB doing stuff and making these two lovebirds steamy and hot.
Lalo. Ship.
Oh, baby Beaker one. This household shall have a little scientist on the way, cause Loki wants to be a baby daddy. Loki tells his beautiful wife that Nervous might have gotten the skill point today, and Cersei, rightfully so, is eager to prod her favorite guinea pig. And there goes his sole creativity skill point. Oh. And another day goes by at the Beaker household where Nervous is still miserable, and the evil scientist couple are ready to perhaps raise a tiny evil scientist of their own. Next episode, we'll follow the scripted events of the Smith family,